Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Nasdaq and SPX price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna dive a little bit deeper with Nasdaq on the all-time history here, where we have a 1 2 1 2 and a huge wave 3 4 and a 5 towards the upside to be unfolding. Now we were very clear that this was not an enough wave 5, knowing that we took the high and that it is a 1 2 3 4 5. That because, of course, we saw a lower prices for a potential wave 2, and we saw another push toward the upside here, of course, breaking the high as a confirmation for higher prices. And that means, of course, this had transformed to a 1, 2, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5 are unfolding toward the upside. For a wave 3, you need still, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, definitely to continue the move toward the upside here. And therefore, if this is a finished wave 1, we are looking currently for a potential wave 2. If we move to the daily here and we take a look exactly what we might have in this potential scenario here, after a probability for a wave 1, and we are estimating, of course, a wave 2 over there, we are a little bit wondering if this is a finished wave 4 here or not yet. And that means, of course, if we have finished a wave 1 exactly there or not, because of course we cannot really count here something very impulsive in this last wave 5, and probably it is, of course, signaling kind of like an expanding flat here that it might be unfolding for a potential wave 4, and that means, of course, the wave 5 might still be unfinished there, and the wave 1 even is not yet also finished toward the upside here. So the question mark, did we finish a wave 1 over there? And that means, of course, it finished up a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, meaning your wave 3 is lower, your wave 4 is also lower, and your wave 5 finished over there as a wave 1. Or we are still, of course, in a much more extended wave 3 here, and this is a bigger wave 4, and of course wave 5 to be given later on. Now the target that we had here in this blue area is already hit perfectly. I know that taken from the zone 1 based on the wave 3 we have hit perfectly, but the structure is still, of course, a question mark, and that's why we're still investigating if really we have topped here or we're still looking for one more high. Now, if we dive inside it for Nasdaq here, we are looking, of course, for this potential scenario, which it is a probable here 3 waves, definitely because we don't have anything impulsive, right? We don't have diagonals, we don't have impulses for 5 for 5, and nothing is motive, right? So this has finished up kind of like a 3 waves, and that means we are still in a correction here as a potential ABC or WXNY. What is very interesting is that we took the low. We saw, of course, a signal of strength yesterday. And then yesterday, in the reminder, of course, for the live streams that we had to remind you what we might have today. While I was still watching, of course, the 24K for 500, taking the high here decisively, of course. I would like to see continuation toward the upside here. Probability is, of course, a 1, 2. And then you move continuously for higher in a wave 3. If this does not happen and we move for lower here and we take the low again, that means, of course, yeah, it still can be a potential wave 2, but of course the possibility reduced so much and we might continue the drop toward the downside. In case that this happens, that means, of course, you might shift here in several 1, 2, 1, 2, and then wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 toward the downside, which it might be, of course, a very red move toward the downside for the stock market. So we're going to watch and see what's going to happen. Basically, as an expanding flat here, ABC is a perfect finished wave C. This fib level is awesome for, of course, a wave 5. Therefore, you would like to see continuation towards the upside, and we might, of course, continue a potential wave 1 there, and then start, of course, to look for lower in a wave 2. Yep, so that was it for Nasdaq. If we move to the SPX here, 500 as well. If we take a look also at the all-time history for the SPX, I would like, of course, to count this together with you. So basically, we are in a new psychology, of course, here for the SPX, where we might see, of course, a several 1, 2s here. And you got a 1, 2, and then you have, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. For a wave 3, ABC expanding flat here. And then wave 5 is still unfolding towards the upside. Inside the wave 5, you are looking here also at a 1, 2, and you're looking for wave 3, 4, and a 5 as well, of course, to be unfolding for a wave 5, major wave 5. And that means, of course, right now you are in the wave 3 here, which it might be, of course, also an extended wave 3, because, of course, we still see here a potential 1, 2, 1, 2, and then another 1, 2. Knowing that this has interfered, of course, with zone 1, that's why you're calling here several 1, 2s, and potentially can be, of course, 3, 4, and a 5, since here you don't have any kind of intersection. So that means if you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, you might have finished, of course, this wave 5 here as an impulse, and you might be here in a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, probably for SPX there. Okay, so in this case scenario, then we are looking for a wave 4 here, right? A wave 4, which it should be a potential target taken from the wave 2 here, and you might hit, of course, the 6,000 exactly for a 0.23 fib level here. But only, of course, only in case that this wave 5 is really finished there as an impulse. And of course, we need further investigation for this on the daily chart. So as you can see on the daily chart here internally, we have something, of course, as a wave 5 can be unfolding as an impulse. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. However, your wave 5 is 1, 2, 3. Wave 4, where is your impulse, right? So we have a problem. Again, the same problem that we had in Nasdaq, meaning A, B, and a C here, right, might be unfolding. And that, of course, bring us the possibility of a 1, 2, and then, of course, you're looking for a wave 3 here, and a major wave 4, and a 5, of course, still to be unfolding towards higher prices. So basically, this is exactly what I'm looking for right now. And to finish up, of course, a potential wave 3 in the top here in the micro level or the macro level. Yeah, we're still, of course, looking for this possibility, guys, for one more high. The targets that it might unfold in this case that we might get, of course, for this wave 5 are as following. We're looking probably, of course, for the 0.618 to 7K411 in case we move for higher prices here. Okay, so if we dive even deeper, of course, on the micro level here, we're looking at the 2 hours chart. We have a perfect ABC expanding flat finished, of course, as an ABC. The wave C is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, taking the low almost, yeah, or even, yeah, basically it took it. Let me check exactly for SPX. Well, it didn't took it perfectly, so it might be still a running flat here. Very interesting as an indication, of course, of a reversal for the market. Well, this is very interesting. Of course, it's different a little bit from Nasdaq. However, of course, the key level given yesterday are not yet taken. So the 6,657 for higher prices is not taken yet, and we see some red. We see, of course, a little bit of struggle here. If we take this low and we see continuation toward the downside decisively, well, okay, it might be it. It might be, of course, a potential scenario here for several 1, 2s, and we drop down for 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, which it might be even deeper wave 4, or as well a finished impulse toward the upside, and we might be looking for a wave 2, which it might be the 0.38 here, very deep, $6,000 for SPX. That was it for the US stock indexes, the daily analysis. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.